Yo, what is good, yo? It's your boy Ty back here with another video. And in this video today, we are going to be reacting to DBG ranking every single card from Season 7 in NBA 2K21 MyTEAM on a tier list. Now, he's going to explain these different tiers here in this video. He said it's not from best to worst, so it's going to be intriguing to see what this necessarily is, because it looks best to worst. I guess season defining is maybe something else. I don't know, but usable in comp to budget beast to good, but man, only use him if you like him IRL. All these, you know, they look top to bottom to me. Now, before we dive any further, if you are new to this, make sure to go subscribe to my man's DBG, one of the most real dudes in the MyTEAM community, uploads more content than anywhere else. If you are new to my channel and have not yet, please consider smashing that subscribe button, as we're on the road to 70,000 subscribers as well.
Talking about the best, well, all of the cards in Season 7, and we are going to be ranking them. We're not necessarily ranking them worst to best.
There's not that many cards in Season 7. There's really not.
We got season-defining cards. These are cards right here that define the season. Not necessarily the best cards in the game. Some cards that
I'm intrigued to see
honestly
what he means
maybe
by that.
worse in game. Basically, if there's like a, say, a budget player that every single player ran, or a free card that changed the way everything worked.
So you're gonna put Nicholas Batum up there then?
Rather than one of the other tiers. But Aaron Gordon,
I mean,
good but meh.
That's really where he belongs. It's either that or only use him in IRL.
We got like
only use him if you like him in IRL. Like, he's pretty meh. I
need to go through about even if I go through 3 a minute, it's still gonna be 40 minutes. So
yeah, there is a lot of cards here. I was wrong.
50 cards out here. So
when you really break it down to all the cards, there's a lot of cards.
Pogoshevsky, this is a tough one. I don't know whether to put him in season defining or budget beast.
I mean, here's my thing. If you're on next gen, he was incredible for when he came out. That's just the way it is. On current gen, he is not good at all. He changed the way next gen was really played. So I mean, he might be season defining, quite honestly, for when he came out. To how many people ran him, like he really might.
I'm gonna say
I don't have a problem with either one here.
He's definitely not unusable in comp. He's maybe on next gen. On next gen,
he might be, honestly.
I'm going to put him in season defining for the reason that he was a 7-foot tall point guard or a small forward.
I think he is season defining. But for when he came out, he was incredible.
But he's one of these two tiers.
I like season defining.
Alex English.
I mean, guys. He's not good. He is not usable.
I mean, he was free, so I'm going to say budget beast. For his time, he was great. Especially because he was very easy to get. He was like 9 Gary Harris's this season, mediocre. Like 8 Emmanuel Mudiay's.
He was mediocre at best.
He's good.
Mediocre at best.
Iverson.
He's terrible.
Only use if you liked him in real life.
Right. That's exactly right. But he sucks. Like, he stinks.
Alvin Adams.
He's fine.
Alvin Adams.
I mean, I would say good, but meh.
He's somewhere between budget beast and good, but meh.
Like,
I'm gonna say good, but meh. Yeah, he's a 70. That's right. He's only okay.
That's where I'd put him.
He's only okay.
He's fine. He's fine.
Amari Stoudemire, good, but meh. I actually don't mind him. He's one of the more underrated awards. Andre Iguodala.
A lot of these cards are just like, you know, they're fine, but it's like I would never use them. So I like that good, but meh tier. I feel like that's gonna fill up a lot. Iggy's not that bad, but he's like
where's the opal? Anthony Davis, usable in comp. He definitely was not a season defining card.
There's no doubt about it.
Centers.
A Disney is
was like a power forward.
There's people that still use him.
I don't use him in power forward in a tournament, so people do really like AD, especially with how comfortable they were with the opal.
Right, his release is solid. If I'd have used him from the start of the season, I would like him, but I just never really used A Disney.
I'm not gonna put him in good, but meh.
So where are you gonna put him?
Because he's like expensive.
That's fine.
Well, like 80k is expensive, so I'm gonna say only put. If you like him in real life, use him.
That's fine. That's fine. I'm fine with that. He's not that good in this game.
Bailey Howell. I'm gonna say usable in comp, but I think Bailey Howell is supremely underrated. He's like better DeRozan / T-Mac.
It's tough because of small forward position, but I get what you're saying. He is usable in a comp setting. He is. Objectively, guys,
I see a lot of people running like a T-Mac small forward. And in my opinion, yeah, he's an inch shorter, but like he's just a better overall card. So
I mean, now I guess
I'm gonna put him in usable.
You can play Giannis, shooting guard, Josh Smith, KD. So I mean, maybe
he's free. He's definitely not season defining. He's like
he's solid.
Poor man's Bill Russell. And since Christian Wood came out,
do not compare those cards. Please, whoa. Do not compare Bill Russell to Bam. No, don't do it.
Beast.
Don't do it.
Ben Simmons. This is you know what? Usable in comp. I'm gonna say usable in comp. This
not
guy
on current gen. Yeah, I know DBG is very high on Ben Simmons. A lot of people on next gen are. And on next gen, maybe. But he has no hotspots, guys. He has no hotspots. So it's just tough for me to put him high.
-9 3-pointer.
And hotspots.
Better all around and less hot zones and gold range. And other than that, he's basically dark matter.
Yeah, but he has no hotspots. So I just...
And like, we say, no, he can't play point guard. Dude's the same height as Anthony Davis. He can play small forward.
He can, objectively, if you give him hotspots. But without hotspots on current gen, you just...
I'd be your primary.
Bill Laimbeer. I don't know. I don't know if I'd have him that high, personally. Bill stinks. That dude stinks.
Filler card.
The worst.
Bill Russell, season defining.
Bill Russell
definitely season defining.
He's just the best.
Russell. This will be the season of Bill. Probably the season of Bill Russell.
To me, like, Ben would be
one of the best cards. Will be one of the best
probably.
Cards till the end of the game, especially on next gen. And it'll
on
be still
current
a
gen
card
too. He's
at
incredible.
the end of the game on current gen. Bill Walton.
He just stinks.
Filler card.
He stinks, guys. For 1,000 tokens, the card stinks.
Boris Diaw, budget beast, man. Like 2K MT for this 6'8" point guard.
That's a good spot for Boris.
I agree. An unbelievable release and a wide player build.
Agree.
You better believe he's.
Where's he gonna put Buddy Hield?
Buddy Hield.
Didn't everybody used to love him on next gen? I don't know, the diamond
He
card?
wasn't that easy to get. Good but meh. Good but meh.
I would never go for him. Don't disrespect Calvert.
He's alright.
He's good.
Carmelo Anthony, tell me it was for XP or another card. Please tell me it was for XP.
Oh, I didn't even see that in that thing. So that's like the worst thing ever. Tell me it was for XP. That's funny. I mean, we all know what Melo's like in 2K. There's no exception to that rule.
If you paid legal tender in the token market for this card,
yeah, Melo. Yeah, I'm sorry, man.
He's garbage, man.
It's Melo.
Stanley.
He's solid. He's 6'5", I think.
Filler card.
Whoa, chill on Cassius. He's fine. Like, Cassius Stanley is fine. With his height, he is objectively fine, in my opinion.
Chris Morris.
He's good. He's solid.
Filler card. Not quite as good as Cheney.
He's not, but Cheney might be a budget beast. I mean, my thing is Chris Morris is fine.
Chris Paul, again, you please tell me you only got him for XP.
Yeah, Chris Paul is not good. I'm sorry.
Like, if you got him for any reason other than XP.
Sorry, Chris Paul is just not it.
A cheaper, way better Carmelo Anthony, and a cheaper, way better Chris Paul. If you got him for any reason other than XP.
Christian Wood, where's he going to go?
Christian Wood. I'm going season defining.
Ooh, I don't know about season defining. I might honestly put him in budget beast or usable in comp. Because my thing is, there's people in competitive settings that want to use Christian Wood. You can say season defining. I don't think
everybody I see, everyone uses Christian Wood. I'm coming up against Christian Wood 90% of the games. He was a really easy card to get. He's basically a poor man's Bill Russell. I'm putting season defining.
He was easy to get, and he is definitely a poor man's Bill Russell. But
he's a card that will be remembered in this game. Chuma Okeke.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I just don't know.
He's not budget beast. He's all right.
Not even close to being budget beast. He's fine.
Filler. 6'6" power forward, filler card.
Cliff
Hagan, filler card. Corey Maggette, filler card. You know what? Corey Maggette's actually better than I gave him credit for. He's good, but meh.
Is Corey Maggette better than Chris Morris, though? I don't know. Dame stinks.
Only use him if you like him in real life.
Honestly, tell me it was for XP or another card. I guess IRL, because Dame's incredible in real life, but in the game, he's just not
He's
good.
another big name player that's not very good in game, and the exact same with D'Lo. Use him if you like him in real life.
I mean, I guess use him if you like him in real life.
I have to put this category here because you can
that's
use these cards. Like, basically every card
anybody
that's coming out of the game is somewhat usable in game. Like, you
right.
can find a way to make it work.
That's just the way it is. Even with the cards that we got today, like let's say a Dylan Brooks or whatever. If you like Dylan Brooks in real life, he is. I mean, Dylan Brooks is actually he's good though.
As you guys saw, I lost one game by single digits and won a game by 20.
Like a Joe Harris could be
you can make stuff work.
Use if you like him in IRL.
So if you like any of these guys in real life and you want to use them, fire ahead. Cowens.
Boy, I just don't know about Dave Cowens.
Good, but meh.
It's like,
he's
with
fine.
that release, I don't
fine.
know. He's fine. That's right.
Wesley.
He stinks. He has to go in that category. There's no.
I really want to put Wesley Wade higher because he just cooks people.
Just stop, DBG. DBG, just stop. That's terrible.
Not belong in the filler.
No. What?
Oh, he's... Screw up, budget beast. Screw up.
So you're going to sit here and tell me that David Wesley is a budget beast and Calbert Cheney is not. Calbert Cheney is not. Can we talk about things? Can we talk about things like
Wesley Wade belongs in budget beast?
No, he doesn't. No, he doesn't.
He cooks people. I don't know why. He just cooks people.
No.
David West.
I thought West would be better than he is.
He's fine.
I mean, if you're on next gen, he's fine, I guess. I guess. Who we got next? DJ, he's good. He is good.
Again, he's
one of the most underrated cards in the game. Honestly, in my opinion, one of the most underrated cards in the game.
So
you don't need to use the post. Like, nobody uses post.
6'11" point guard. I mean, he's usable in comp on current gen. He is. I'm not the biggest fan of the card.
He is.
If this card had to come out,
he is. I wouldn't use him, but he is.
We would have called it season defining for season 6, but I'm gonna say usable in comp. I'm happy with that.
Nah, Boogie he's definitely
good.
Then
we have got Dennis Rodman. Filler card, he sucked.
Bro,
Derrick Rose.
Honestly, Dennis Rodman's tell me it was for another XP or another card.
Filler card.
Bro, Derrick Rose stinks.
You know what? If you evo him up and you like him in real life and you can't afford the dark matter, he's a big name, so I'm gonna say use if you like him in real life.
I guess. I guess.
Season defining.
The best center in the game.
Best big center in the game. So if you don't want your center to be a primary ball handler, which is what
Dikembe can handle the rock.
Porzingis all do better. If you don't really need them for primary ball handling duties, Dikembe is the best center.
Current gen, I mean, they can all handle it. So
Eddie Johnson, good but meh.
It's Eddie Johnson. Yeah, I don't. Eddie Jones is
good
fine.
But meh. They're the same card. Elgin Baylor.
I really wanted Eddie Jones to come out earlier. Just never got a good Eddie since that diamond.
I'm gonna get a bit of heat for this. If you're on next gen, he's usable competitively.
Here's my thing, DBG. Now, hear me out. Would I ever use Elgin Baylor in a competitive game? No. Okay, I wouldn't. But there are people, especially if they come from Pro-Am, that love Elgin Baylor. They'll live and die by Elgin. So, I mean...
even goal blinders on him.
I can't really hate too much.
His release, he's Chicken Man.
I can't hate too much.
Unbelievable.
Because there are people that love him.
I mean, he's alright, but he was literally just a filler card to get Alex English. Gary Harris, budget beast.
It is what it is. My thing is, Gary Harris is only good if you're on next gen. So it's just tough. I'm gonna give you a breakdown of current gen and next gen. If you're talking about current gen, I mean, tell me it was for another. It was for XP or another card for Gary Harris because he is not good. He is not good on current gen.
Gary Harris is a severely underrated card in this game. Gary Payton, good but meh.
That just describes a lot of cards. He's solid.
I mean, when I put only use him if you're like making a 50s team or like a.
Why the disrespect towards George Mikan? Look, he's not the best card in the game, but to put David Wesley over George Mikan is just blasphemy. That is just downright terrible.
I'm putting the first free Dark Matter in filler card. He's not as good as Amari Stoudemire.
1 hour later.
Let me ask you guys this. What does Amari Stoudemire do better than George Mikan? Height-wise, hot spots are the same card. So what does Amari do better? Doesn't shoot the ball better? Well, maybe, okay, he's got a little bit better of a driving dunk, handles the ball the same. Look at the defense. Amari's not better than George Mikan. It's just not the case. And more than anything, it's the badges. Like, why are we comparing Amari to George Mikan? You simply cannot compare the cards. I mean, I guess steady if you're on next gen, but current gen is not close. In my opinion, it's not close on current gen. That's personally my opinion. With Hall of Fame rim, you got a few extra defensive badges. You got Hall of Fame unpluckable, needle threader. I mean, I personally am taking George Mikan every day of the week. The fact that you put George Mikan as a filler card is just terrible. He took longer to get.
He's not as good as a lot of these guys. Not as good as David West.
George Mikan took me it was so quick to get George Mikan. I don't understand.
I mean, if you're on next gen, he's usable in comp. If you're on current gen, he's not. So I don't know. I feel about him here. He's free,
current gen, he's meh, but I mean next gen usable in comp, I guess.
Go but meh because he's not great on current gen.
Oh, but that didn't stop you from Gary Harris. You know what I'm saying? That didn't stop you from Amari Stoudemire.
He's just kind of another card.
Like, I'm just saying, why is George Mikan getting all this disrespect? You can't compare George Mikan to Bill Laimbeer. That's just bad. Ooh, wait, Giannis. Where's Giannis?
You know what? Point guard Giannis is always going to be a season-defining.
There's
card.
no
So is
doubt
point
about
guard
it. He's season-defining. I mean, there's
point guard
literally
LeBron, point
no
guard
doubt
Giannis
about
come
it.
out, they will always be cards that define a season. So
There's literally no doubt about it.
I rate them, I really do. They are definitely season-defining.
There's literally no question.
It's a weird one. On current gen, I will say they're the 2 best point guards in the game. On next gen, I think Giannis is number 1. I think Batum's number 2. And if you guys don't know, if Batum had primary position point guard, he would be a 99 overall dark matter for anyone who's an overall snob. But then we've got Glenn.
I mean, even on current gen though, Nicholas Batum's not like that. I'm just gonna be the first to say he's fine, but he's not like that.
I mean, good, but meh. He's just another.
He is.
Card.
If you need to use
Greg
Glenn,
Anthony,
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, filler card. Or no, he's just another filler card. He's another decent spotlight sim. Greg Oden. I've never played Greg Oden before.
He's not good. Trust me.
Hakeem Olajuwon. Only use him if
all these cards are just not it.
He's definitely underpowered, but if you're a big Hakeem Olajuwon fan, you know what? You can get away with him.
You can. Hakeem's not the worst.
Not gonna be
he can compete against some of the other bigs. So, I mean, I guess.
Hal Greer. Because I'm considering these budget cards, by the way, these Spotlight Sims, so I'm putting him in Budget Beast. Hal Greer in the right hands is like juiced up David Wesley.
David Wesley stinks, though. I'm fine with Hal Greer in Budget
better
Beast.
Dunking and
but David Wesley is just not in there. I just.
That's basically what you're getting with Hal Greer. He's fun. He's a fun card to use. Harrison Barnes.
He's not bad.
Filler card.
He's not bad,
I'm not even gonna put Harrison Barnes because, like, obviously CP3 is an exchange award. Melo's a.
You can't compare Harrison to those two cards either. Harrison is much better than those guys. He's not
Melo
that bad.
Might actually be an exchange award, but I know Harrison Barnes is a token award.
He's not bad.
Wait a minute. I just realized these are exchange rewards. Filler card. Filler card. Yeah. I don't know why I thought these were token rewards.
No.
So yeah, the token reward
Harrison Barnes is good. Like he is way more like worth it than Melo and CP3 combined.
Literally, if you got him for anything other than XP, I just don't understand why.
Harrison Barnes is fine. Like, if you had an awful team at the start of the season, he could hold it down. I don't understand the hate.
Card. Jaden McDaniels.
He's good.
Budget Beast. Budget Beast. Maybe not so much now, but I'm pretty sure he came out.
He was good when he came out.
Right before.
He did.
Like, he came out whenever Anthony Edwards came out.
And Jaden was good.
He might have come out right before.
It was like a week and a half ago, I think. No, maybe 2.5 weeks ago.
He was actually a beast. Obviously, Spotlight Sims maybe not, but he was actually pretty good for his time. Jalen Rose, Budget Beast.
A card I've never used. I've never used Jalen Rose. I've never came up against Jalen Rose
not season
either.
Defining Budget Beast. Jamal Crawford, Budget Beast.
No,
he's a beast. He's a beast.
There's no way you got George Mikan as a filler.
And probably usable in comp on next gen. But I'm gonna put him in Budget Beast.
Current gen do not use Jamal Crawford. I'm telling you.
James Harden.
I mean, if you like him on IRL, you can use him. That's where I'd have him.
I have to. He's better than guys in the Budget Beasts. But the only place Harden belongs is good, but meh.
I think, I mean, if you want, maybe a step below, honestly, because, I mean, how many people are going to say, Harden's good, but more, or if you like him in real life, I mean, you can use Harden. That's where I'm at. No.
I don't think anyone would ever use a James
Nobody
Harden
is using him in a competitive setting.
In a million years, unless their name is Boo Painter. Incompatible.
But that's only because he likes him, too.
I don't think anyone would, like, if they're trying to put out their strongest unlimited team. You know what? Good but meh is such a bad tier. Only use if you like him in real life.
That's what I'm saying. That's where he belongs.
And yeah, good but meh is ahead of only use if you like him in real life.
But it's just
like, these tiers have their certain names. Just because this tier is ahead doesn't mean he's not better than every player.
They're just different tiers.
Harden is better than every player here. And I personally prefer Crawford, but it's preference. But he's better than every other player on Budget Beast. Harden is better than all of these cards right here. I think the tier name that suits him better is use him if you like.
That's what I'm saying. Tier name.
Wiseman, season defining. Season defining, lads.
One of the most overrated cards in 2K history is James Wiseman. On current gen. Next gen, sure. He's fine. Current gen, he is one of the most overrated cards in the game. Usable in comp, yeah. I'll say it. He's usable in comp. But for me, when he came out, he was so hyped up. The best center by far. Come on, man. The most overhyped up player most overhyped player I've ever heard of. So overhyped.
Worthy, usable in comp.
I mean, if you like James Worthy and you got his release down, he's good.
He's used in a lot of people's best squads.
I'm just not that good with James Worthy. It's that simple.
Ja Morant. Balling in real life, so I'm gonna put him into the only use.
That's probably where he belongs. I mean,
if you're a Ja fan, you're gonna like him. He's not great.
Jason Terry.
Jet Terry.
Ew.
I'm gonna put him in filler card. Jason Williams.
Ew. I mean, if you like him in IRL,
I need to rename these tiers. Like, Jason Williams is a filler card. I was about to say just worst of their tier. Jackson Hayes. I mean, for his time, he was a budget piece. Obviously,
he was
came
fine.
out right before Spotlight.
He was fine when he came out. He was
had a
fine.
solid day where he was an absolute god tier budget center.
I just could never agree with Jackson Hayes. That was my problem. But he was fine.
He moves like Wiseman. Jaylen Brown.
He's fine. He's fine. Mez, right.
Probably the fairest place for him.
The Pink Diamond JB was solid for a time.
Jermaine O'Neal, filler card.
No, Jermaine's really not that bad on current gen. I said ew, but he's not bad on current gen, especially if you badge him up. Obviously, nobody's going to badge him up, but he's underrated. He's
Jerry
underrated.
West, filler card.
Jerry Lucas, yeah, he's not good.
And again, Jerry West is better than some of these guys in some of the higher tiers. But, sorry, not Jerry West, Jerry Lucas. But, I mean, I don't think anyone's really
on current gen, if you use Jerry Lucas, I'm sorry.
But Jerry Lucas. Jerry West. I don't mind him.
Guys, stop it.
What is he better than, like,
Stop
Dame?
it. Stop it. Stop it. Jerry West is terrible. Come on.
He's basically the same level. He's like a worse.
Is he better than Wade? Yes, but or than David Wesley Wade? Yes, but
version of a Dame Lillard. Preference based, like.
But nobody likes Jerry. No, I mean, I shouldn't say nobody likes Jerry West in real life. But Dame's a lot more hype. D'Lo's a lot more hype. Nobody's gonna be like, oh man, unless you're like my grandpa, you might be like, okay, Jerry West. I liked him in IRL. Let me like
Jimmy Buckets.
Nobody's doing that. Chill on Jimmy B. Chill on Jimmy B.
Screw up.
Thank
Easy
you.
Is.
Thank you.
I reckon I see quite a few. I've seen quite a few Jimmys.
That's what I'm saying. I don't use him in on my best squad, but he's calm. He is.
I'm gonna put Jimmy in usable in comp. I don't like him, but he is. Has a name of the tier which suits him best.
Embiid. Not use the cards. I don't know.
I like Embiid more than most people do. I think Embiid, if you just need a center to block shots, play defense, and hit 3-pointers, I think Embiid does that really well. I think he's like a poor man's Dikembe. Wow. I think he's like a D-Rob equivalent for this season.
Wow. I'm stunned. I'm stunned that he's that high. I haven't used him, so I can't say.
He's a filler card.
I mean, John Wall, he's just not it. Jonathan Isaac's usable in comp.
Not season defining because he came out.
He's usable in comp, 100%. He's good.
Fan favorite set packs, the players people were like most hyped about. Obviously, LeBron was LeBron. I don't think that LeBron defines the season. I will say that people were most excited about Pokashevsky and Thon Maker more than Jonathan Isaac, even though a lot of people think
you're
Isaac
right.
and Thon
You're
are
right.
the best. Josh Smith, usable in comp. Definitely not a pack defining player. Got to slip.
Josh Smith was good.
A very solid player.
He is good, I should say.
Both gents. Drew Holiday.
His interior is super low. If you like
him, Drew good, but Matt, I actually don't think he's. I've used him in my series. He feels big. He actually for
feels big. Hey Drew, anytime you need.
What the hell did you just say?
Drew, his interior defense is kind of low, so that kind of is a turnoff.
Dr. J.
Dr. J's. I want to say usable in comp, bro. That's what I want to say.
Usable in comp.
I wouldn't use him in comp, but there's some people that love him.
And I don't, by competitive, I don't even just mean like you try to play, if you're playing like My Team Madness or Players Lounge. I also am saying that as in if you are trying
Sweating.
to go 12-0 and
right.
trying to put out the best team possible. He is usable in them settings.
Right.
Kareem.
Kareem's not good.
Actually, you know what? Only use if you like him in real life. There's a lot of Kareem fans, and they can't afford the best Kareem, so
that's fine.
That's most of the Enshrine set is going to go.
And quite honestly, Kareem's fine. He just can't shoot the ball as well. I love the Dark Matter Ream.
How many players? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so we got to just move a bunch of these players out, and the 13th player in good but meh.
Bro, why's DBG got to do that, bro?
And now we're going to put the other guys back in.
Bro, DBG.
But we have
to
make Cameron the 13th player in that tier.
Come on.
Kenny Walker.
Dude literally counted 13.
You know what? I'm going to put Kenny Walker in a budget B. So many people
Kenny Walker
that have just kind of recently got the game, got him as a locker code, and he's like carrying. And by so many people,
say good,
I
he's
watched
solid.
Jester the Lasers videos, 2K videos, and Kenny Walker's his best player. Kevin Garnett.
Ew.
Usable in comp.
Not on current gen.
Defining.
On
Definitely not season defining.
On current gen, he is not usable in comp.
It was not
That
the most
dude
hyped
stinks.
invincible card that came out the day he came out. Kevin Martin filler card.
Ew.
Kobe, that's the season
defining. 100%.
Kobe is a season defining player. I like this
100%.
Kobe. I think on next gen he's unbelievable. On current gen, it's a debate whether he's the best 2 guard in the game. But on next, man, you blinders up this guy, and that Kobe release, he is pure.
I just think on current gen,
like
there's so many different people you can make the argument for.
He's a million times better. The out of position Kobe was terrible. He's a million times better than that. Costa Antetokounmpo filler card.
He's not very good.
Porzingis.
KP, usable in comp. I mean,
Porzingis wasn't season defining. He's maybe the best player on this list right now. But at the end of the day, Porzingis is just slightly better Bol. And he was more expensive.
yeah, but Bobo is incredible
Like,
too.
Bol
So
is a more relevant card than Porzingis. Porzingis is just like a rich man's Bol.
Porzingis is
Larry
so
Birds.
elite.
Only use if you like him in real life. And I'm
where
going to
are we
say
going?
usable in comp, especially if you're on next gen. Like, I've been having a ton of success.
Whoa. I don't know about
had
Larry
success
Bird,
today.
guys. I do not know about Larry Bird. I tried using
mean,
the
it was only
card.
one
I
game.
just don't know.
But the guy I was playing against he had a God Squad. He had his Simmons. He had.
I just don't know about Larry
not
Bird.
great-
Unless you're
or he had
RCA the
worst
Great, I
guard
just
manner,
don't
LeBron
know.
James. He had Giannis at the 2. And he had Dikembe at the 5 and someone else at the 4. But I was using Larry as a shoot. Basically, I was using Larry a point guard, but he wasn't playing point guard. He was just a.
That's how you have to
spot-up
use
shooter.
Larry Bird too.
And then,
I mean,
which I think
if
is
you
unbelievable.
can't really create with Larry
next
that
one.
well. So I agree.
Not on current
I
gen.
agree with that.
And then I was using Simmons as my primary ball handler. This one right here, and I was killing teams.
Okay.
So
That's an interesting
his positions are
little
ridiculous, by the way. Yeah, I'm gonna put Larry in usable in comp.
Larry Hughes.
Reusable while trying to be competitive.
He's not bad. 6'5".
Larry Hughes filler card.
I mean, I guess.
Never seen anybody use him. Larry Keenan.
Larry Johnson.
So Larry Keenan and Larry Johnson both good, but meh.
I guess that's where he belongs. Larry Johnson's solid, especially with the Hall of Fame Flexible and MyTEAM Unlimited. I like him. quite a
LeBron
bit.
usable in comp. Great card.
He is.
Like
There's no question.
probably
LeBron is
not even
usable in
top
comp.
20 in the game right now, but still more than usable in comp.
I don't know
so
why we're hating on
Louis
Bron.
Dampier.
I'm about to just start running Bron in my small forward, power forward position, just to prove that Bron's
Filler
really
card.
like that. Like, I don't know why he
the
gets
worst
so much
value card
hate.
in my team. Lou Dort filler card. This Luka Doncic.
He's a filler. I mean, yeah,
Power
he's
forward
just not
Luka.
it. Because you can get a free point guard, Luka. Like,
I'm gonna go good but meh for power forward Luka and budget beast for the other Luka. Because I've
I
actually
like
tried
that.
him
I like that.
at power forward when I was doing playing one of the games for the 12-0 run, and I did like him.
All right, you liked it, but what happens when you come against Bobo or Porzingis at power forward?
did like
then
him.
what? Then what? Luka's just gonna get
Shout out
killed.
12-0 run, the 12-run game for TJ Warren. I actually think he's not that bad. Just like LaMelo Ball, I think 6'7".
It's just a
little bit
different
small for
time.
power
though.
forward,
It's just a different
like,
time when
You're
LaMelo was
not
usable.
holding defense anyway, and if you got tall players around, it's
He
fine.
says
And
you're
then
not
obviously this
holding
card was
defense anyway. Defense on next gen is hard.
I would put this Luka in season defining, but the
That's an
problem is
interesting
that
way to think about things.
if there was more than one. Like if Luka was the start of like 2K releasing like old players, like say Quantum KD came out. If,
Okay,
say,
I get it. I get what he's saying.
Radioactive Kareem came out. If they gave us like, I don't know, John McLaughlin,
What?
Galaxy Opal, and you had to do a bunch of agendas for John
Ew.
McLaughlin to get Kareem. If something like that had came out, then I would put Luka higher. But
I
it
get what
wasn't
he's
really
saying,
start
though.
rate, and he was
I
just
get
a
what he's
really
saying.
nice free card
If that
whatever.
was, that would have been
Magic
incredible.
Johnson usable in comp.
He is. I'm not super high on
That's kinda where he
Magic, but
belongs.
that is where he
Manu.
belongs.
I've seen a lot of Manu in wages. I've seen a lot of Manu in wages. So
I
I'm gonna
can't
put Manu
disagree.
usable in comp.
I can't disagree. I would not.
Even though
run
I
Manu
personally
in
prefer
wages.
Jamal Crawford, I've seen a lot more Manus than I have seen. Screw it. Manu's season defining. He was the. Not only was he the guy
I
that
just don't
everyone
know.
wanted to get first when it came to Spotlight Sims, he was the one that gave people the most torture. Because apparently that 8 layups.
I guess, yeah. I guess, and
impossible.
if you look at
So,
it that way, right?
yeah.
People
season
spend
defining for
so
Manu.
much time trying to get Manu.
Michael Adams filler. Michael Cooper. Good but meh.
He's
I actually
chicken.
don't think he's bad. He's underrated.
He's literally so chicken.
Michael Jordan.
He's gonna say
Only
filler.
use if you like him in real
Okay.
life, and it's the only Jordan.
I
you
like
can
that.
afford.
I like the IRL thing with MJ. I like
Because
that one.
don't go for the Am because they're Ruby Jordan. By the way, this is the like The good Jordans are, or the usable Jordans are the Dark Matters, the Galaxy Opal, and the Diamond. They all feel like 90%.
Right, the Diamond,
so
the Diamond
I was giving
MJ
you
is
advice
not
to
too
use
far
the
off like the Galaxy Opal.
MKG. Filler.
He is a filler.
Mikal Bridges, budget, usable on comp.
Not on current gen.
I think he's more than usable on next. I think he's one of the best 2 guards in the game on next gen.
Next gen, baby.
I wouldn't use him on current gen, but because he's usable competitively, or
that's fine.
If you're trying to be
that's fine. On current gen, no.
I'm gonna do this. Just like
so
for
Nick
example,
Batum.
I think Jimmy Butler's. I think on next gen, Mikal Bridges is better than Jimmy. Current gen, night and day.
Right,
Jimmy's
that's
better.
fine. That's fine. I'm fine.
So some of these guys are current.
You just
gen,
gotta pick your arguments, right? That's really what you gotta do.
Conley filler.
He stinks.
Miles Bridges filler.
Miles Bridges isn't terrible. I'll be the
It's
first to
mad that
say
like
it.
unlike last season, there's a lot of decent cards in filler card.
Right.
The problem is like
George
example,
Mikan should not be a
Miles
filler
Bridges.
card though.
6'6" power forward that came out when for 5 KMT you can get a better card that's 3 inches taller.
I mean that's just the way it is.
Bamba, budget beast.
He just better not put Roku
Budget beast
in
lads.
that bottom category.
Absolute budget beast there for Mo Bamba.
Bamba's fine.
Muggsy Bogues.
Season defining. Is that where you're going with him?
I mean, he actually made. You know why he's a season defining card, and he's going top of season defining.
I don't mind.
He made me edit a video, 2 videos. Like I actually spent like normally on editing videos. Like I make sure my audio's I try to make sure my audio's okay. Try to make sure the music is all kind of okay. There's no problems with that. If I take any major pauses, like of like 10-15 seconds, which I do sometimes, that I cut all of them out. And that's kind of the extent of my editing normally, because again, I'm just trying to give you guys information. But I actually like spent an hour editing a Muggsy Bogues video. Spent like an hour and a half editing it. And I also spent like 3 hours editing the speed test. So for the fact that
now that's shout out to DBG. That speed test was super intriguing. If you haven't checked that out, make sure to go do that, because that speed
Bogues
test
has made me spend
that speed test was
3
incredible.
hours editing a single video. We're going to Muggsy Bogues in season defining. Nick Batum season defining. Oh my god, lads, he's
current gen. He's okay. He's still fine for his value on current gen. I'm not nearly as high on him. Next gen, he's incredible.
Nick Batum. He is literally a dark matter point guard, and I'm just gonna say, everyone's gonna be like, "Oh no, look, he's a pink diamond." You're just saying this, like, no, like literally, even with all the lowest intangibles, the only reason he is a 96 overall, and it's the same with Ben Simmons, who's got like better. He's got literally more total stats than the other.
I can't confirm or deny this. I haven't
height
done
affects overall with centers. So like if you're a 6'9" center, it's very difficult to get to 99 overall. And there are certain stats that like Batum has.
Look,
like Batum maybe doesn't have in certain badges. Like badges do affect overall. So like he's obviously, Batum is a point guard. He's got all the point guard badges. He doesn't necessarily have all the center badges.
No,
like,
Batum has everything.
Only having
he needs,
85 post moves, 80 standing dunk, 88 post hook, and 80 offensive consistency. Like, they're actually going to really lower your overall as a center. As well as only having like 88 rebounding.
I feel that.
And 65.
Probably why DeAndre Jordan's a pink diamond.
Those stats are going to lower your overall as a center, as well as being 6'9". That's the only reason. If he swapped if he was primary point guard instead of primary center, he's a dark matter.
Like I said, I can't really confirm or deny that.
He doesn't need, you don't even need to mess around with stats. You literally just need to swap his primary position.
That's kind of intriguing,
Nick Batum, God tier. Norm Nixon
stinks.
filler. Oscar Robertson.
He's not terrible.
I mean,
only use if
screw it. I'm gonna say it. He's as good as a filler card. Nobody cares about Big O.
I mean, I guess if you're gonna put Big O in filler card, George Mikan can be filler card. I got mad at it originally, but I mean, I guess the way this video is trending, I can't really disagree because nobody's really using Oscar
Ewing,
like
use
that.
him if you like him in real life. If you're a Patrick Ewing fan, if you're a Knicks fan, this is maybe the best Patrick Ewing we've ever gotten in 2K. So be great.
I probably would have drug Oscar
Paul
into
George,
use if you like him.
Comp.
Paul George is usable in comp. Not my favorite two guys.
Definitely not like a season-defining player. He's not a player that we're gonna remember when they were released.
Right.
Like one of those things is like if you told like. In a year's time, we will remember.
We'll remember
when
like Invincible
2K
Kobe.
released Kobe. We'll remember when 2K released Wise. We'll remember what set Wise was in.
Maybe.
We'll remember when this out of position set. We'll remember most of this set for these cards mainly. We'll remember when 2K released the ridiculous Dikembe. We'll remember when Bilbo's came. We'll remember.
I get what DBG is saying. We're not gonna remember Paul
for someone
George.
like a Paul George,
I get what DBG is saying. I really
in a year,
do.
he's great. He's better than some of these guys, but in a year's time, no one will remember what set he came out in.
That makes sense.
Or very few will. Ray for Austin Filler.
Ew.
Ray Allen.
If you're on next gen,
God tier.
on current gen, no. On current gen, do not use him in comp.
Current gen.
I do not like RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett, use him if you like him in real life. I know there's a lot of
do
Knicks
not
fans.
like RJ Barrett in this game. I'm sorry, Knicks fans. I don't like him in this game. No, DBG.
I'm not going to say only use them because some of these guys are actually half decent like Harden. So I'm just going to say use them. I want this tier here because it's a lot of people's favorite players are in this tier.
Right. If you look at the tier,
and
I mean,
I'm just kind of
it is.
bracing for the comment section. People being like, why are you telling me to not use this player? He's my favorite player in real life. It's like, well, yeah, if you're coming for a tip, I don't know who your favorite player is in real life. If you're asking for a tip, if you're coming here for my
right,
team,
like if that's
Robert
true.
Covington, budget beast, man.
Thank you, Covington's
not
incredible.
quite season defining. Not quite season
He's
defining.
incredible.
Budget beast.
He's incredible.
Robert Reed, budget.
He's a budget beast. He is. Katie's based on
Robert
quick.
Reed, my starting 2 guard.
He's solid.
Until I got TJ Warren. He had 39 points in a game for me that I only won by like 10 points.
Now he's tough. Mini KD.
I was playing against the guy who literally, he was there baiting lanes, but every time Robert Reed had the ball, he like basically let me go one-on-one. Robert Reed destroyed him. Robert Reed in probably 30% of my games outplayed Mikal Bridges.
Wow. I'm high on Robert Reed though. I'm high on him, especially if you're current gen. I mean, I think he's better than Mikal Bridges on current gen, honestly. Yeah, Strickland's not really good.
Hollis Jefferson filler card.
Not good. Roy
Hibbert filler card. Westbrook.
I mean, if you evoed Westbrook, you can use him if you
considering he was a free dark matter Westbrook.
Right where Derrick Rose is. That's where he belongs.
Like if you worked for it, you could get a free dark matter Westbrook. So I'm gonna say use if you use him in real life. If you like him in real life,
it's where he belongs. No doubt about it.
Sadiq
Sadiq Bey is good for a budget card.
Good, but meh. He's literally just Eddie Johnson / Eddie Jones. They're the same card, so he's got to go in good, but
That's
meh.
fine.
Sarunas.
A lot of people run Sarunas.
Good, but meh.
A lot of people are running that
plays
card.
Very similar game to this James Harden. I think that Harden's better, but this is a weird one because Harden definitely does not. You know what? Screw it. Harden, you're going into usable in comp. I'm not. You are usable in comp. I don't think anyone would use you in a.
I don't know if
setting.
James Harden
Most
is
people that use James Harden
on current gen neither is Ray
him
Allen.
alive,
So
there's so many cards that Harden is just a better.
on next gen, I
alternative
guess
that are
Ray
not
Allen
here.
is, but current gen, no.
Scotty, use if you like him in real life.
That's fine. I'm not going to disagree with that. Where are you going to put Serge?
Serge Ibaka, budget beast, man.
When
Serge
I used
Ibaka.
Serge, I
You
thought
got budget Anthony Davis.
honestly, I thought he would be as good as AD. He's not quite that level, but he's good.
He's budget Opal AD. He's fantastic. Shane Battier, budget. Yeah.
If you're on next gen, he's very good.
Good but meh. Good but meh. He's not quite cheap enough to be in the budget beast. He's actually very good on next gen, but he's really not good on current gen. So good but meh.
He's definitely not good on current gen. Shaq stinks.
Use him if you like him in real life.
But he
His
stinks.
Warp Reality card is so expensive, and this card is almost as good as the Galaxy Opal, who's quite expensive, and this card's way better.
But the Galaxy
than
Opal was not good either. So
yeah,
I mean,
would say if
he's
you
got to
don't
kind of
have
balance
the-
things.
If you aren't able to get the Dark Matter, this is probably the best value Shaq you can get. Kemp. I mean, I don't know how many old Seattle Supersonics fans there are. Good.
Sean Kemp's a
Good
card.
meh.
I thought he was
Not
going to be a
terrible.
lot better when he came
Might be
out than he
10th on the
was.
seller.
It's just the Amethyst
Sidney
was so
Moncrief,
good for his
good
time.
but
Sydney
meh.
stinks.
I was high on him at the start.
Do not
but
use
I do
him.
like his release.
Do not use Sidney Moncrief, guys. Don't do it.
He's just mad though, isn't
Do
he?
not use him. I'm telling you.
Screw it.
6'3". Go ahead, drag him down. Yup. Go ahead and drag him down because Oscar's 100 times better than
Steven
him.
Jackson, budget beast.
If you give him
Budget beast, I
Showtime,
get it.
guys,
Some
I'm
of these
telling
guys are
you.
free, so let's put him budget
Steven
beast, but
Jackson's
he wasn't
incredible.
that hard to get, and he is a card that you're seeing a lot.
You give him
like, that you see
Showtime,
quite a
he's
few people
incredible.
use. He's a card I used for quite a bit. He's really good. Marbury,
I mean, what is Marbury doing for you?
filler card.
What is he doing? What is Steve Francis doing?
Filler card. And there's not that many. Again, these guys are. There's not that many Steve Francis fans everywhere. Steve
Steve
Nash,
Nash, use it if you like
in real
him.
life.
Yep, I agree. I agree, DBG. You're doing good right now.
Really solid though.
I don't like Steve
I
Nash
like
on
Nash.
current gen. Next gen, he's fine.
Steve Smith filler card.
Whoa! Steve Smith is underappreciated in this game. Stop hating on Steve Smith. Look at his stats. Look at his badge. Stop
Tim
sleeping
Horton
on
Tucker
him.
filler card. Not quite budget
Telling
beast. Thanasis filler card.
Stop sleeping on Steve Smith.
I don't
Don
know why
Baker.
Thanasis and Costa were in fan favorites.
They're
Then
not
we've
good.
got
And they're not. I
Don
don't know.
Maker, season defining.
Oh, I thought you
Season
were
defining.
thought you were
He's
dragging
still
him
the best
low. I
small
was
forward
about to go crazy.
People will remember when small forward demigod Thon Maker came
Thon
out.
is incredible.
So he's in the season
He's
defining
very good.
tier. Tim Duncan.
One of the biggest letdowns in my team history.
He's 99 everything, so he is usable competitively, but I mean, he's one of the worst. He's the worst big man invincible card, and he's one of the worst value cards in the game.
I don't like him. I don't like Kevin Garnett, so it's that simple.
TJ Warren.
Heck, he's usable in comp.
This is a tough one. He's definitely either usable in comp or season defining.
If you're next gen, he's usable in
I don't
comp.
think that many people were that high on these. They were that high on this specific one. It's not like people were as hyped as they were in the Millsap weekend. So I'm gonna say usable in comp.
My thing is TJ Warren. He's usable in comp on next gen. He's not that good though. He's fine.
I think that's the best tier. Tony Allen filler card. I mean, this tier shouldn't exist. Screw it. Let's just get rid of this tier. I move Harrison Barnes.
There's literally one card in that tier.
Tracy McGrady, budget beast. I used him as my 2 guard.
I mean, for the specific value, it's 6'8". T-Mac is solid. He's definitely
basically
solid.
just the Opal T-Mac, but he's better on next gen. He's basically the Opal T-Mac
with steady, right?
Fine.
He's
better. He's just Opal T-Mac with better on next gen.
Opal T-Mac was super good for a
Tyreek
time,
Evans,
man.
for me, he's season defining. On next, I've seen so many wagers on next gen. People using this guy.
No way for me. He's season defining. No way. No way.
He's a free card.
This is definitely next gen bias because even on next gen, Tyreek Evans to me is not.
Like a free card.
He's good, but he's not.
6'6" point guard. Like I think when we're talking about spotlight teams, we're gonna remember Bill, we're gonna remember Manu, we're gonna remember Tyreek.
If you're
Just
on
like
next
last
gen,
year, very
you're
few
gonna
people
remember
Brandon Ingram. Very few people remember.
The only dude I remember is
which
Pascal
is like
Siakam.
say like a James Worthy. Very few people remember Chris Mullen or Gilbert Arenas, but everyone remembers Cam Reddish. A lot of people remember Walter Davis. Like that's what.
Right. I get what DBG is saying. But I don't think nobody's Cam Reddish's level.
Vince
Because
Carter,
Cam Reddish was a comp player.
Usable and competitive. Actually, screw it. Season defining. I mean, the 40-year-old always defines the season.
It does, but
is
Vince
always
Carter
season
was
defining.
definitely not
Maybe
worth
not
grinding
season
for.
defining
Like,
in a
I get
great
it.
way,
All the
but
XP was said about the start of the season, but he is not very good.
Maybe not the card
should say
itself,
not very
what the
good,
card
but
represents of
he
the level
wasn't
40 in
worth
one
it.
day. So I think season defining is a good spot for that
That's
one.
fine.
Vlade.
He stinks. I'm sorry.
Screw it. You know Budget Beast.
No, we're talking about Vlade
I've
being
seen
in
Vlade
budget
in the
beast.
right
Come
hands.
on, man. Come on,
He can be
DBG. Come on,
decent.
DBG. Come
He
on.
can be a demon.
Nobody's doing anything with him.
Wes filler.
He's not terrible.
Wilt, use if you like him in real life. A lot of Wilt. A lot of people want to use Wilt.
I definitely love Will,
Forward.
but that
Wilt
card
is
is
either
dirt. That card
well over
stinks.
100k or
Card is
300,
awful.
400k for that lock in.
I mean, but he is. I
And
mean,
this Wilt is, it's fine, somewhat usable.
he stinks, but I guess
Xavier McDaniel.
he's good.
I mean, good but meh.
Thank you. At least you didn't drag him into
Good
filler.
but meh is a
I'm
fair
fine with
tier
that.
for him. Zach Randolph.
A bunch of people love Zebo. I just don't.
I don't think he's
man.
a filler card. I'll put him in good but meh. And then last up, Zion Williamson.
He's a budget beast.
Season defining.
That's fine.
Season defining.
That's
He's
fine.
brought hype back in the game. I
That's
don't
fine.
care what anyone says. I don't care what anyone says. He has brought hype back in the game.
I'm not gonna disagree because Zion's very good, and his
know-
name is Zion
I know
Williamson.
this for a fact because again, I have a lot. Like I know a lot of people that
It's
don't
true.
really play my team.
It's a free Zion card who
like-
can compete against some of the best cards in the game.
I still keep in touch with a lot of people that say would have played my team that would have played my team in years past and have kind of drifted away from the mode. And I've got messages from a few of them being like, is there really a free point guard Zion? Like, of all
That's
the
the
free
thing.
cards, including the
That's
Bill
the
Russell,
thing.
the one that has gotten the most people hyped is Zion Williamson.
And Zion's like the way they made the card. He's not super overpowered, but he's
I think this
pretty
card
balanced,
is,
right?
without question, we'll remember this card. We will remember this locker code. So
I
while
don't
he's probably
disagree.
not as
I
good as the
agree
guys in this one
100%.
comp, we will remember this card.
Zion's good. He's definitely good, especially
So,
on
yeah,
current gen.
that's pretty much it.
I like Zion on current gen.
Season defining.
Overall, a solid list. I wish George Mikan would be I don't want to say a budget beast, but I mean George Mikan. Is Embiid really that much better than Mikan? I
Are
don't
the
know.
guys that we
Is Tim Duncan on current gen better than Mikan?
remember
I don't know.
next
That's my question to you guys.
in a year's time, I reckon we'll have forgotten about all these.
I feel like George Mikan is solid. Maybe it's just me.
They're great. So usable and comp for this tier.
I might drag Rocco up too. I think Rocco might be
Budget
useful in
beasts
comp.
are-
Now maybe that's me being
Jack
biased.
says in the 10, good but meh. Really
Maybe that's
solid
me being
cards, but they're
biased,
just kind of boring
I don't know.
cards.
I do love
Use
Rocco.
if you like
man.
them in real life. Big name players. Players that a lot of people are fans of. May not be the greatest player in the world, but still definitely usable if you are huge fans of them.
And I don't like Harrison. I think Harrison Barnes is fine. And then even George Mikan, man. I don't like the Mikan disrespect. That is going to wrap it up for the video, guys. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new. And as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.